coach. Obviously, they're a tough matchup in trying to keep people out of the paint. What was the challenge tonight, and how you feel like you guys defended in that aspect?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we battled. I was proud of how hard we fought. I didn't like how many loose balls we weren't getting in the beginning of the game, and how we rebounded. Got to have better urgency against a team with the best record in the NBA. But I thought we caught ourselves and played a spirited game throughout the rest of it. Giving them 15 threes, I thought we could have pushed up more. I mean, I thought we did a decent job pushing up on our shooters for the most part, knowing that's a big part of their offensive attack. But, there was too many possessions where we didn't, and they bombed a three on us. And, we just can't – you can't have those errors. The margin of error is slim against a team like this. But I was proud of how we fought.
Like when you went to the 3-2, they found the free throw and got some – I saw Kevin look at the bench like what were you supposed to do? How would you assess the zone defense against them?
Yeah, you talking about start to fourth? Yeah, Kev wasn't in.
No. It wasn't started the fourth. It was like I want to say the third quarter is when I initially.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to look at the film for that, but it's something that we're trying to build into our package. You know what I mean? It's been really good some nights, imperfect some nights. It's one of those things against a great 3-point shooting team. You don't think you want to use it, but against a team that you have matchup problems, it makes sense. So. You sprinkle it in, see how it looks. If they beat it, then you move on from it.
Speaking of that bowl, I know he obviously had the 13 points, but I'm assuming part of his how much he plays depends on how he plays on the defensive end. I'm curious what you thought of him on that end, and is that a factor in what's leading to him maybe not playing as much?
Yeah, we got to have a matchup, or we got to be able to play the zone. He's been the guy we've been putting the zone out there a lot of times for. So we could take advantage of his offense and be able to protect him some on the defensive side of the ball. We weren't able to do that to start the fourth tonight, but so we slid him over to 5 to try to keep him in. But he's a unique player. So, I mean, he's got to be in the right situations, but I like how he played tonight.
One other thing I had was the challenge of the rotation, where you could want to stay big with Nurk. What was the thought process and whether to leave him in or leave him out when it came to that?
Yeah, I mean, we were down. I wanted to see, we were down, and they're a spread 5 offense. They make a big center like Nurk run around the 3-point line. So we want to look at a stretch while we were down of, being a 1 through 5 red with 5 smalls out there. Eric actually had to be pulled out of the game with I don't know what was wrong with his knee, but something happened to his knee, and he had to come out. So that's why we went back to Nurk, because he's the next best guy to go in there at that point.
Coach, we've asked you about KD a lot, but to have that type of shooting performance, the degree of difficulty, especially against a switch-heavy defense, what do you see from him?
Big-time performance. How hard it is to do what he did offensively while guarding an MVP candidate the entire night. I mean, I don't think people understand how difficult that is. So just a really, really special performance by Kevin Durant tonight. Disappointing that we couldn't get the W for him, but he was awesome tonight.
When you look at the 3-point shooting, particularly some of the role guys, were you happy with the quality of looks, just one of those nights, or were a lot of them contested?
Yeah, I think for the most part. I mean, I thought a big problem with our offense tonight was just overpassing in the paint. You know what I mean? I think the quality of threes, I'll have to look at the tape, was pretty good for the most part. But overpassing in the paint gave us probably 5 extra possessions that we lost. That we just got to shoot the ball or we got to spray it back out. I mean, this team's too quick with their hands to turn the ball over like that.
How would you assess the way you guys offensively handled Boston's cross-matching and trying to counter what they were doing?
We had some stretches where it was poor, but it's a unique defense to go against. And I thought for the most part, for the totality of the game, I thought our guys really had a playoff type of intelligence, trying to put the right people in the right action, which puts our guys in positions where they're not normally in. So it just takes a little bit of getting used to. But I liked our guys' intentions to try to get that right. And it was pretty good most of the game, but there was some stretches where it wasn't.
How do you try and get Nurk involved as a hub when they're doing that type of thing?
I mean, he's got to play his game, and obviously look for opportunities if he has smalls on him to punish the smalls down low, which he did. I like to see him post between the blocks more. than off the blocks. But when he did get the ball inside, he was effective. They did it less against Nurk and more against Drew. And that's where some of the challenges came in. And, we knew with us being shorthanded, bridging the half, with our bench, with as many guys as we have out was going to be a challenge. We had to win those minutes. And, I got to look at the numbers, but, I think we didn't do well enough during those stretches.
Frank, is anything going on with that right now, or do you expect him to be a part of the rotation or getting chances moving forward?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, if the matchup, fits, then we'll use him. But right now, he's behind Drew on the depth chart.
What was it about tonight that you didn't like the matchup with him, with that, as far as playing?
No, I'm just saying we like Drew's ahead of him in the depth chart, and unless there's a game we feel like Drew can't play, which tonight was not the case.
Did you get a chance to talk with Eric Gordon? Like, is that knee feeling good now?
I don't have an update on that.
Frank, you mentioned Celtics, what they do in these switches is unique. Team switch. What do they do differently? What makes them different?
I just think their personnel. I mean, they get starting lineup as 4, basically all defensive team members. And then Horford's one of the, historically one of the best defensive centers in the game. And, the other guys off the bench, Hauser and Pritchard, okay, they're tenacious. You know what I mean? So, they got great defensive talent, within their scheme.
Hey, Coach Missoula, in his postgame presser, said Drew Holiday is one of the most level-headed players he's ever coached. How much of a headache is it to prep for a player that's so good all around, such an irritant, can shoot the ball, pretty much jack of all trades?
You said it right there. Drew's a champion. He's one of the best players in the league. And because of everything you said right there, what he does on both sides of the ball, tenacious defensively, he's shooting the heck out of the ball from 3 this year, and he's a huge reason for that team's success this year.
Coach, you guys are getting, Boston was getting a lot of second chance points and lots of points off turnovers in the first half, and then kind of in the second half, you guys responded really well to that. What did you see there as that adjustment?
Yeah, we had to be first to the ball. If you're going to beat the best team with the best record in the NBA, you got to be first to the ball. And we weren't in the first quarter at least. And I think most of the first half. But the second half, we had the right disposition to go win a game.